Hi, it's Debbie Marino from Prophetics Gallery in North Carolina, and I'm here with Penny Winn from New Mexico, one of our artists with the gallery. And we're going to be talking with Penny and just learning a little bit more about her and her studio and what she does, and a little bit more about why she creates. What's the why behind what she does? So hi, Penny, welcome.
Hi, Debbie. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so glad to be here today. It's a beautiful day here in New Mexico, and I'm sure the same in North Carolina. It looks sunny there.
Yeah, it's a little sunny. We've had some clouds rolling in now, but it's gotten a little bit warmer. We're in the 60s right now. So I don't know how it is in New Mexico. What's the temperature there?
You know, it was about 35 this morning, but it looks like it's going to be maybe in the 50s, 60s today too. So,
Oh, good. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Well, tell us a little bit more about yourself, Penny, and why you create, and maybe go into a little bit about what you're working on now and some of the pieces that you have in our studio already, or in our gallery. Go ahead and tell us a little bit more.
so I have actually been a watercolor artist for about 9 years now. And I started painting after I retired from the schools. And before that, I was in the Army. And I was doing art for pain management. I was injured in the war, and I would have terrible issues with pain. And so I just started doing it to kind of control my pain, and so I didn't get, into, the drugs that they give you in the VA. They help you a lot with pain, but I really didn't want to do that, and so I started going to. What's funny is they were Bob Ross classes, so I never really had any formal training with art, and so I just thought, oh, I could do this. Well, I started working on canvases. And what do you do with all those canvas if they don't sell? And so I started then working in watercolor because you can store paper. And so I worked with paper. And over the years, I just got maybe good enough that I could sell my work. And so my work kind of got out there. And I have always had this knowledge that, that I could listen to God, and God, God is in you, and God is always part of you. And so I, 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 I know that God is always part of my art, and so it's just out there, and so I listen, and so I do a lot of my work is nature. I do people in my art as well, but pretty much I'm a wildlife artist. And so I create different animals. This is one that I'm creating now.
Beautiful.
So I work. I always do my animals first, or my people first, because if it's destroyed, you don't have to worry about the backgrounds. But I work a lot. I'll pull it in a little closer. So you kind of work in your backgrounds first, and then you add your furs, and you really work on the eyes and the nose, because if you mess those up, you kind of, you could throw those away.
It looks like a photograph. It's so beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much. This is another one that I actually, there's a video on the technique of this, where the fur and everything else. It takes hours and hours and hours to really work on the fur and the eyes. When I was working on this little fox, I was working on the eyeballs, and my husband Lyric, and he came in and he goes, it just looks so sad. You got to work on that. And so I just, you change the eyes, and you add some light, you add some color, and you just pull it in. this guy, I don't know why I really struggled on him, but he just I changed his color, I changed the background, I changed all kinds of things. But I have to tell you, I throw a ton of paintings away.
Oh,
They
wow.
just get thrown away because they just aren't, what you want them to be, or maybe what you think they should be. But that's the nature of art. It's all about creating and doing fun things, and maybe it's like a
Oh,
little whimsical painting. Seahorses, they're just little tiny creatures, but you can make them become big or colorful, or maybe they're not exactly what they should be. Or I have this kingfisher,
oh,
you
it's
know and the
mm,
kingfisher, they're just a little bird too, but you can make them creative or fun, or add a little extra color. Or this is where you can have fun with the background.
mm,
The background can be anything that you want. In this little fox here, you create a different background
yes.
to add a little whimsy to what the fox is doing. um, or in these horses.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Love horses, of course. My
Oh yeah, you know who doesn't love a horse? I had a ranch, and we had horses on our property, and you just get to know them so well. And so even though the horses are maybe a little different, kind of like I was saying with the eyes have to be there, but everything else can just be fun and playful. you
yes,
know
beautiful.
and and or the koala is, it's all different and fun and playful.
Yeah.
So I think that you can do all kinds of
Oh, that's
different.
beautiful. Yeah.
They're fun, and they're good. And so a lot of my art, I think, it may be all just exacting here, but then it's not. There's a lot of things that are just so. And I don't know, this one I did, and
Um,
it is uh it's a memorial painting, because of the poppies in the field, and I'm a veteran of a foreign war. And so this one is a memorial painting for the war. And so it's a little bit different for me, um, even though it would never happen. No one would allow the horses to run through a poppy field, so
mm.
it's a little whimsy too.
Have you
And
have you found any of the veterans relating to that particular piece, or and any testimonies from any of the work that you've done that it's really touched someone's heart? I know that I'm just looking at these, and I'm sure our audience is saying the same thing. Oh my goodness, it's nature, and it's bringing such peace and joy just looking at it, and so surreal. Oh, it's just gorgeous. So I was just wondering any testimonies that you might have.
so um I have a few pieces in the Veterans Hospital. I
Oh,
have I have pieces throughout the United States that are i- in fixed in fixed places. So in the Veterans Hospital in Puget Sound,
mhm.
they have a mental wing, and so I have a few pieces that aren't in fixed. Um, I, I don't know what they would call it, but in their hospital wing,
Yes.
they had things that are just donated, and so I have like 5 pieces that are in there. I do have one. Let's see if we can like put this up here this way. I don't know if you can see that piece.
Oh, yes. Okay.
So that is it's not great light. Is that better?
Yep, that's a little better. And we can zoom in a little bit. Yeah.
Let's
So
see.
tell us what that is a picture of, or a paint.
So that is the Gulf War. So I was in the
Oh,
Gulf War.
I see the,
And
yeah, the helicopter now and the
the
fog.
helicopter and the tank and the medevac. So I flew medevac in the war.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so at the 25th anniversary of the war, for the veterans art exhibit, I painted that piece for, there was a great big celebration for the 25th anniversary for the war. And so I painted that piece for the celebration, for the memorial, for veterans who were suffering from Gulf War illness as a reminder of the war. And so
Wonderful.
that piece was as a memorial for that. And so I did it for the soldiers. I have another piece that I did that is also for soldiers for their memorial, which is a soldier who is with his dog. He's bending down, kissing his dog, and it's an Afghani soldier, or it's our soldier who is in Afghanistan.
Okay.
And so I did that, I think 2 years ago. Then for this year, I think it might be in this pile.
Great.
This year it was the pandemic. And so I did a girl in the field. I guess it's in the other room. So it's not here in this pile, but the soldiers in the other room too. So yeah, I do memorial paintings all of the time, mainly for the VA. I paint for the VA all the time. I give paintings away all of the time. I don't think that they should be kept. I think that they are part of us, and we give them to be part of the world. And so it's my honor to give them and share them with everyone.
And what a blessing, because honestly, we found that with our gallery, many artists like Penny do create and often give pieces away that bring such healing to people. And obviously, Penny has done a wonderful job with the VA. And many of our war veterans, so many of them suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder and anxiety and fear. And, they have those replays in their mind that just come back from the war, and it's so difficult for them. So I really commend Penny in doing that. And that is what our gallery is about. It's not just a typical art gallery. It's a gallery that really, sows in hope and healing to people through the art. The artist actually tells a story of healing for many. Even the artists themselves have gone through healing just painting the pieces that they paint, and they talk about those stories too. I'm sure Penny might have a few pieces that really spoke to her as she was creating them, and how God really uses that art, just like music and theater. He uses art, and it's the universal language. Really, it touches all people. It does not have you don't have to speak English or whatever. It's a visual thing, and so many people are touched by it. So yeah, any stories, Penny, about how maybe one particular piece really touched your heart as you were painting it?
There is a piece that was truly cathartic for me. There is a hospital, Forks Hospital. They have it's a room that they tell their families uh, that the family's members are dying, or if they have passed on, or they're getting cancer or whatever. It's the room that they go to for mourning. And in that room, there is one piece that I've never sold prints or anything, but it is an angel that I painted for that room.
Wow.
And there are some swans in that room that I've never sold anything for. But in that room, I was having a particularly bad, as you said, PTSD moments. And I painted the angel for that room. And it truly was a cathartic piece for me of healing and just peace. And yeah, just giving it to the hospital and having them put it in that room and have it a healing piece for everyone who goes in there really was a wonderful uh, just
Yeah.
a place of peace for me, and knowing that it will always be in there for them
Yeah.
is a wonderful thing.
Wonderful. So amazing. It's amazing how art can touch lives, not only the artist, but so many people that view it. So I just commend you in doing that. Well, so much incredible pieces that you've shown us today. Is there anything else that you might like to show, or anything else that you'd like to add?
I don't know if you would like to see the rest of the studio. I
Yes,
can
let's
show
see
it to you.
the
You
studio.
know, I live on a lavender farm, and so
Ah,
I
yes,
am like
that's right.
totally blessed. So let's see if I can show you. So this is my studio.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh,
So I am like so blessed because I have all of this amazing light, and I don't know if you can, like, off my shoulder there, you can see the door, and that door goes out to the deck, which is the lavender farm.
oh.
And so I am probably one of the luckiest, most blessed artists ever, because I, unlike most, I have a lot of space. I have this incredible light. Um, and I talked
Beautiful.
to Debbie earlier today, and I said, we have to do it really early because my studio fills with so much light that you can't do a Zoom call because it wouldn't work. It
Claire. Yeah,
fills. Um,
that's
but
beautiful.
it's so amazing. I can go and sit on my little couch and sketch and draw out what I'm doing. And the one thing with watercolor is that you have to like paint. Like you can see, I've got the little giraffes, I've got the lions, and the reason for that is that you have to have one drawing. Or you draw one, then you paint one, then you're painting another because they have to be drying.
Oh, yeah.
And then the little fox that I was showing, he's getting ready to be matted. I have a big show coming, and I've got 20 paintings that are being matted and framed. And so
And where is
everything.
your show going to be?
So it's at the Cancer Center in Albuquerque. And
Wonderful.
yeah, I wanted, I this is, I don't know, I choose where I put my paintings, and I like to make sure that the money that is going to good proceeds. And so
Yeah.
yeah, so it's going to a good cause. And so
Now, will
yeah,
this be open to the public, I'm assuming? So you can.
amazingly, yeah, they've opened New Mexico.
Okay.
And so this
Wonderful.
is the it's a huge show. And so they're going to have I think she said 485 paintings there.
Wonderful. Wow.
Yeah, it's the largest gallery in New Mexico.
So give us the location if you can again, so that people can, if they're in that area, can go and visit. And
Yeah,
what
it's
date?
at 4900 Lang Street at
Okay.
the Northwest Cancer Center in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And it will be running from the 25th of May until the 2nd of August.
Wonderful. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Okay. So audience, feel free to go visit. I think it's
Yeah,
going to
come
be
and
wonderful.
see New
400 and some
Mexico.
odd
Yeah.
cities.
Yeah.
And they're all for sale, and it will go for charity for the cancer.
It goes to the Cancer Society here
Oh, wonderful.
in New Mexico. So yeah, it's really a good cause. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah. And you can always, I always have stuff at the Static Gallery in Madrid, New Mexico, and go see Madrid. Madrid's so much fun.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah. And then, and look at Debbie's stuff
Yeah.
at Prophetic Gallery and and the Inspired Guild, because
Yes.
it's so good.
Yes, thank you. I'll give you the address or the website address. It's Prophetics Gallery, and that's spelled PROPHETICS Gallery, all one word, .com. And then we just started a new website with a lot of our artists, and Penny has some of her work in there, where we put it on different types of items, such as techie items like computer cases and cell phone cases. And then we have items for the home, apparel. We have apparel starting from infancy sizes, toddlers, up to adults. And so we'll have different clothing there. And so there's just so much to choose from. We also have watches and jewelry boxes and things of that sort. We're always adding new pieces. So that is with inspiredguild.com, and that's inspired, and INSPIRED Guild, GUILD.com. And so visit both places. We encourage you to buy. They're great gifts for all different types of occasions. And it's all art that is exclusive with our gallery. And we're just really excited that these artists have allowed us to show their work. But thank you, Penny. We really appreciate your coming on today. And I just really ask God to bless you and continue. I know Penny was just recently featured in a magazine.
Oh yeah.
Condé Nast, I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, Condé Nast. It's the British Vogue magazine. Yeah, had my art in it.
Yeah, so exciting.
Yeah.
And so God's really expanding her territory, and more people are getting to know her work, and she's getting out there, and we're just so honored to have her with our gallery. But thank you, Penny, for coming on again, and we wish you well, and tell us how the show goes. And like I said, get to Penny's show if you're near New Mexico, Arizona area. I'm sure you can get over there, even Colorado. That's not too far.
Yeah.
So thanks, Penny. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you. All right,
God
bye.
bless.
God
Bye-bye.
bless. Okay, bye.